ねほー。中国広州のモアヌファミリーです。皆さん、サムネ見ていただけましたか？見ましたなんとですね、ついに我がモアヌファミリーがですね、中国テレビデビューですよ。デビューですよ。すごくないですか？はい。ということでですね、今回は本当に素晴らしい縁がありまして、中国の広東テレビ、中国の南方、南の方の中で一番大きい地方局なんですけれども、ちょっと私もね、あんまり中国のテレビ見てなくて、詳しくなくて申し訳ないんですけれども、そちらからですね、ご連絡をいただきまして、我が家のドキュメンタリーという形で番組を作っていただきました。で、どんな番組なのかっていうと、もともと、中国とか広州、広東省ですね、に住む、外国人、主に英語で配信している番組で、中国で、外国人がどういうふうな暮らしをしているのかみたいなことを紹介する、番組なんですね。今回ご縁をいただいた経緯としては、ディレクターさんが YouTube で、広州日本人みたいな感じで検索したら、私が私がヒットしたということで、YouTube のね、概要欄にお仕事はこちらっていうふうに E メールを載せてるんですけども、そちらの方からご連絡をいただいてですね、多分、現時点で、広州の YouTube といえば、モアンヌファミリーというぐらい、多分、広州でね、YouTube やってる人めっちゃ少ないんで、私と、あと、あきちゃんってね、もう一人の、YouTube のお友達がね、多分、主にヒットされるんだと思うんですけれども、基本的に外国人向けの番組になっているので、全編英語になっておりまして、私も旦那もみんな、英語で、ナレーションも全部英語なんですけれども、日本人とフランス人の家族、モアンヌファミリーが、中国でどんな生活を送っているのかということで、家族が出てきたり、あと私がね、YouTube 活動して、友達のあきちゃんも出てたり、あと最後は私の中国舞踊も撮影いただいたいということで、10分程度の内容なんですけれども、もうね、まさに私の3年間を、もうプロの手で、完全にまとめていただいたっていう、なんかね、もうほんとそんな仕上がりになっておりまして、私のね、日々の YouTube を見てくださってる方はわかると思うんですけど、ただただ街歩きをして、だべっているっていう、そんな低クオリティなものではなくて、構成から、ナレーションから、編集から、もうプロですね。プロな、仕上がりになっております。でね、ディレクターさん、日本語もね、できるし、英語ももちろんできる、すごく、優秀な方だったんですけども、なんかその方はね、日本の NHK がすごく好きだと。日本のNHK のなんか72時間っていうドキュメンタリー番組がすごく好きで、自分も NHK みたいなドキュメンタリー番組を作ることが夢だみたいなね、そんなことをお話しされていて、もうなんか、私の気持ちとしてはですよ、なんかこう NHK のドキュメンタリー番組のような体で、中国生活を番組にまとめていただけたということで、もう本当にね、こんな奇跡というか、こんなご褒美があって良いのかというくらい、本当にすごいなっていうふうに思っております。番組はすでに1月の年明けにですね、中国では配信されておりまして、概要欄にね、その記事とともに載せておくんですけれども、素材もね、いただきまして、で、私の YouTube でもその素材を使って、良いというふうに許可をいただいておりますので、本当にありがたいことに。で、私の方では、私が日本語の字幕を入れて、意訳っていうか、私なりに、つけてる日本語なんで、プロの手で作られた字幕ではないっていうことはですね、ご理解いただけたらと思うんですけれども、頑張って字幕もつけましたんで、ぜひね、最後まで見ていただけたら嬉しいなというふうに思います。このね、タイトルが、誰も羨ましがらない中国生活っていうタイトル。でも中身めちゃくちゃいいんで、みんなね、中国生活羨ましくないって思ってると思うんですけど、もうほんと大半の人がそういうふうに思ってると思うんですけど、いやほんとそんなことないよっていうことが、その映像の中でね、皆さんに伝わったら本当に嬉しいなというふうに思っております。ということで、楽しんで見てもらえたら嬉しいです。 3 years ago, we decided to go to China. So we had a party.
우라야마시.
No. No one said that.
3 years ago, this Japanese mother moved to Guangzhou, China with her French-Japanese husband to start an overseas life that no one was jealous about.
やっぱマンスリーいいですね。
マンスリーめちゃめちゃいいのでおすすめです。はい。
She joined the city walk trend, filming her walks and chats around Guangzhou, which led her to meet friends who share the same passions.
感じですね。
In Japan, I could hear China's news, like, negative, bad accident or something like that. But I want to know real life in Guangzhou, real life in China.
After giving birth to her third child at a local hospital, she started learning traditional Chinese dance and even performed on the stage of the Chinese embassy recently.
I published a book about my experience, and here I could be a little bit famous.
This is her story.
おはようございます。
It all started in 2021 when Miki joined her husband, JC, who was already working in Guangzhou as a game designer. She brought along their daughter, Cecile, and son, Roland. After settling in, their family grew with the arrival of a baby girl, Lily. And let's not forget Nekoda, the family's beloved cat.
We were living in Japan, Tokyo, and at the time we had 2 children. We were both working, so we were very busy.
I needed to change the job, and I found a great opportunity here in Guangzhou, so where I could put the kids in a French school, and while also working in a new country, which is adventure, the start of an adventure for us. So that was a good opportunity.
The family moved to Guangzhou on a whim, but each of them had their own concerns.
The first thing when I came here in Guangzhou, when you arrive during the COVID, you arrive with your plane and there are all the tests. You wait a lot and you don't understand one word of what the other people are saying. It was, yes, I was a bit stressed at first.
My biggest challenge was having baby in China, but it was really good experience for me. In Guangzhou, people are very kind for children. They ask me, "Oh, do you have 3 children?" Handy hi. They always say like this, so I'm very happy. But I'm worried about some parts, like the save of the food and about the traffic, and sometimes about the toilet. I think it's very difficult for them to manage.
So our kids, they only talked Japanese before we came here. So even the other kids, they don't understand what they're saying. They don't understand what the teacher is saying. I remember they started learning English by themselves, because most of the kids, they also learn English on YouTube, for example.
Riding the global wave of the city walk trend, Miki often takes to the streets of Guangzhou, capturing her walks and casual chats on camera. Today, she's with her friend Akiko. What are they talking about?
安い、どこでも乗り捨てられる。あとなんだろう。日本との違い。
日本との違い
やっぱこの2つかな。
多分安い。そう。あ
あと自転車がさ結構綺麗じゃない？
あ、綺麗で壊れたやつすぐちゃんと直してくれるじゃん。そう
なんかね、この前もすごい新品みたいなのがバーって並んでて。子供同士の交流ってやっぱ大人と違うからね。
違うよね。
My YouTube channel's users they're almost Japanese senior men. Yeah, it's very interesting. So they really want to know real life in China. So they're very interested in economic. My channel, I always walk around the city walk. So it's really, most time I don't edit so much. So you can see really real scene, real street.
From Chinese drones to auto shows, Miki shares her observations through videos, focusing on topics that interest her Japanese audience. She now has 3,100 subscribers. Inspired by Miki, her friend Akiko also started accounts on YouTube and Bilibili, gradually building a small community.
Many media in Japan show how some part of Chinese people may not really like Japanese people, or we may not be welcome in this country. But I go around with my camera. They ask me where I'm from, and I'm from Japan. And nobody would say, oh, Japan. There's nothing like that. People are just welcoming. Looking at the comments, many people are shocked that we are more welcome than what the media shows. And that's one of the messages that I really want to convey, that after I came to China, my image about China really changed.
But just as the uncertain overseas life started to settle, due to husband JC's work, the family were about to embark on their journey home.
This is the end of my contract in Guangzhou. So, so after that, we thought about some other destinations, but at this timing, we thought that it would be good to go back once.
Another filming day, Miki and the crew met at Guangzhou's largest Japanese community. She says this place holds the thing she is most enchanted by in Guangzhou.
I had a third baby after I started because I want to do some exercise. I wanted to do something more like Chinese style. Even if I cannot speak Chinese very well, but I really continue just this dance for 3 years. Through this dance, I could feel the Chinese traditional culture, and those dance have a lot of types, styles, so I can feel the Chinese feeling through those dances. So I really like that.
So will you continue to do folk dance back home in Japan?
I really want to. I'm searching now, but I cannot find good place. But I really want to continue.
By the time this video is released, the family had already returned to Tokyo. But Miki's connection with Guangzhou doesn't end here. As the new year approached, the Chinese embassy in Japan held an essay contest. Miki's essay won third prize. She also brought Chinese dance to the stage in Japan.
Do you think your experience of living in Guangzhou changed maybe a little bit of your life?
Not little bit, really big. It was very, very important time for me because that, I had a third baby in here. I had my own YouTube, and I could learn Chinese dance, and I have a very good friends here. And I also, these days, I published a book about my experience in here, so I could be a little bit famous. So China makes my dream come true.
動画をご覧いただきましてありがとうございます。この後はおまけで今回のディレクターをやってくださった広東テレビのリーさんにインタビューをしておりますので、ぜひそちらもご覧ください。
Thank you so much for today. That it was really, really fun. So I want to ask you, how could you know me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are trying to do videos and documentaries and news about how foreigners are actually living here in Guangzhou, how they feel about the city and how they understand the culture here. And we would like to convey a more authentic side of the city that people may not heard of, may not know about. So we have been starting to do this kind of stuff for like over the last few years. We have been looking for the real opinions or real ideas from foreigners living in Guangzhou. And
You find me from the YouTube, right?
yeah, from the YouTube. So
Thank you. How could you know my channel? Like searching what kind of words?
when you search like Nihonjin Guangzhou,
日本人
Guangzhou.
ああ、な
It's
るほどね。
basically this. Yeah, it's
日
basically
本
the,
人ご愛代表です。
so and you basically find that. Yeah, your channel is just on the top instead of those news about things like that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's really good chance for me.
Okay, thank
So
you.
yeah, thank you so much. So so now you are working in the China TV program company. So what's your dream through the TV program that you want to?
I think the
What
most
kind of
important-
message?
The most important part for us to do is to bridge different cultures and to make people understand how Guangzhou is, how China is, better than just looking to the story that maybe the media in your country are showing to you. Yeah, just offer one more perspective for people to trying to understand this city. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you so
much. ありがとうございました。本当に。
はいはいはい。
最後まで動画をご覧いただきましてありがとうございます。今回のこのご縁をいただきましてもう本当に感謝の気持ちでいっぱいです。これからも中国とつながりながら活動していきたいというふうに思っておりますので、ぜひ皆さんチャンネル登録、いいね、コメントよろしくお願いします。